Good morning. Welcome to Garage. Backup vocals today. You guys may have seen on the bonus channel that we have a new channel. It's called Hoonigan Daily Transmission. Just like the old stuff, the carnage is coming back. Burnouts are coming back. With that, we have a new yard. So that's what leads us to today. We're taking a break on Brat Pit because we're gonna work on ShartKart to get it ready for our new yard. If you guys are interested in trying out to be on the show, you can do that. Irwindale Speedway, 3 p.m., March 2nd. Try out, try and do some burnouts. We're getting ShartKart ready to be out there. We're coming back at this next week real strong. But for right now, we're gonna bring in my favorite car, the ShartKart. It's been through quite a few beatings since the last time you saw it. We took it to SEMA. And the last thing we did was really get a really good rush just before SEMA to get this worked on, but it hasn't seen any action since, so it's been sitting. We need to take care of it and take care of some of the damage that has been done. So first things first, we're going to look for the damage control, see what all happened to it, what's wrong. As I noticed, there's already an oil leak. Looks pretty bad. And then from there, we're gonna have to order parts, which should come in today. Everything's local. And then we're gonna have to fix the seat position. So the guy's driving it are quite a bit bigger than me. So this seat position's fairly dangerous for him. We're gonna change that, make that safe. From there, we're gonna go and do the motor mounts because the motor has been shaking. And after that, who knows? Whatever we have time for, whatever we can get done, we gotta make sure it's perfect so they can shred this thing at Irwindale. And yeah, let's get started. Found a few problems. A couple of the inner tie rods are bad. Shook them around, they're a little bit loose. And we got this massive oil leak here. If it's the front main seal, it gets all over the pulley and it'll sling it everywhere, but it's not really coming from the pulley, it's kind of coming from the edges of the pan. It's a pretty steady stream too. So E85, if you let it sit for a long time, the car kind of dries up all the seals. But it very well could be the oil pan gasket, which would have to be taken apart, pull the whole motor out, and pull that off, clean everything up. So just want to drain some of the oil, figure out where everything's coming from, maybe pull the pulley off, get some of this stuff out of the way so I can see more clearly what's going on. And in the meantime, Kyle, if you want to pull the seat out. Yeah. Because we're going to have to remake the seat bracket. So basically like you did on our hustle from before, like you did this bottom seat bracket. Yep. So bolted to it, we make that again, and then we'll make just separate side brackets.
Is it warm?
Oh yeah. Let's see how watery it is.
Yep.
You smell it? It smells like alcohol. So that's why you gotta change it quite often. So here, I don't know if you can see up here, but like this right here usually looks like a front main seal, which it very well could be. I just need to pull this off so I can investigate it, but it could be leaking down the side of the pan here. It looked like two steady streams here rather than getting all over the pulley and slinging it everywhere. Gonna pull the cover off, check out where the cam timing is, get the pulley set at top dead center, mark everything, pull the crank pulley off, check out the seal, check out the belt too. If it's bad, we'll replace it. So just dig into it. If it becomes the oil pan, slap some of it back together, pull the motor out, and do the oil pan. So I've marked the timing here. What I'm gonna do is double check. So rotate everything clockwise, make sure that these line back up in the appropriate time. So if that's the case, then we'll pull everything off and continue on with replacing all the seals, getting everything good.
Is there a certain amount of times you crank it?
Yeah. So we'll just do a couple rotations, make sure that everything comes back together. So it should be off one rotation. This rotation should line up, so you can see these are rotating, and that's coming up. This needs to line up, and then all of these should line up.
Timing set.
Next step, we're gonna take everything off and start replacing seals. This is either pulley that sits still. This one's a tensioner. So it's that much tension on the belt. See how that, when I loosen that, that can move? So it's pushing on the belt to tighten everything up. So, yeah, we got almost everything apart here. We pull this stuff off, get to the front main seal. So this is the wood rough key. Basically, it just helps you to line everything up. Need that in there. Don't lose this. So this is our problem. This is what was leaking. So that's the new seal. And then I got a socket that fits basically directly to it. So when we push this on, we just give it a light tap. So you can see right here, it has the ring in the back, like that's open, that goes in this direction. So that goes towards the back. But I cleaned everything up. You can see I just brake cleaned everything and got it all nice, wiped down so there's no debris there. And if there is a leak, then we can see where it's coming from. So I put in a new set of pulleys here for the timing, and then I also put a new spring in there. I'm gonna count these ribs, make sure that I have the right distance between them, make sure everything stays in place. Like this stuff is all separate, right? And this right here, this ring, is basically, it's a marker for this sensor, for the crank sensor, right? So that does all the timing. Usually they have some kind of little ring inside there, but cool to see this on the outside, also removable. All right, hand on the brake. Another day. Might have run out of gas. Couldn't get it to start. Hopefully it was a fuel issue. I double checked the timing. I went back over it. I couldn't sleep last night because I've never screwed up a timing belt before. I think we might have run out of fuel.
We also got our steel in.
We got steel. It's way over there. I could hardly get the forklift up the ramp. We almost had to get the band for the winch.
And we got these guys. What are they doing?
Which they're just talking over there. Do you guys want some behind the scenes stuff? It's basically those guys talking. We do a little talking, but we do work while they talk.
Whoa, whoa.
Out of gas. Okay. What an idiot. So everything looks good, sounds good, running right. There's no leaks anymore. The leaks are all gone. I'm pretty happy with how that all turned out, so we're just gonna move on. Kyle's gonna cut off some brackets for the seat, like we said. He's working on that right now. And then I'm going to check out what's hanging up here in the back. Something was a little funky with this being held up, and also check and see if anything's bent, it needs to be replaced. Probably do the tie rods, transmission flush, that kind of stuff. So moving on, we'll check out what's hanging up in the back end. What you think, man?
About what?
These sweet brackets.
They're sick. Killed it, Kyle. Thanks, man.
No,
You
you-
can make some brackets for my Civic.
There's always a deal going on in here. Some kind of deal.
Can I join Tarek or maybe? You gotta show me what you can do.
I don't even know what that means. All right, anyway, I'm done with all the fluids, so I'm gonna move on and nut and bolt check everything. Tighten everything up, paint pen, marker, see if anything moves. Just kind of good practice if you wanna just check over a vehicle before you go to the track. And I didn't plan on doing all the fluids on this, but We beat it really, really hard in Vegas. There is no damages. It's fine. Now it's all fresh. We know it's all good. Everything's wiped away and clean, so you can tell there's no leak. So I suggest if you ever have to do stuff like this and you're just taking stuff apart anyway, clean it up. You'll be able to catch your leaks before they become a real big issue instead of it being covered at all times. So we got it all in there, tacked up, but because it's tacked and sitting there, we don't want to make it a final location yet. We want to make sure the guy's fit, so it's kind of late, everybody's gone. Hert's gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna have him test it out before we finalize and weld everything. Hopefully it's a good enough location. I just want to make sure that his head clears the roll cage, so it should be easy enough to drive, so we'll get back at it tomorrow.
What you doing, Dan?
Just trying to, you know, take care of my girl.
She needed some love.
Front main seal, timing belt, all that is redone now.
Imagine how mad she is at you for doing all this other
Hey.
stuff. You gonna break this under the Irwindale?
Yeah.
Are you gonna like break it
We're gonna,
in, or
I'm not gonna break it. That's why I'm testing it, to see if you fit, because if it's gonna be broken.
I don't think I've broken
I'm
this car.
trying to-
I crashed it.
I need you to put your butt in there. Let's see if you fit. I moved it back like another 1.5 inches, so you should have a little bit more leg room. You're the only, it's not, it's just tacked in, so.
I mean, your boy can still rip it, so
Yeah,
regardless, I'll just
it's still better.
Just wear the open face, you know?
Yeah, need a helmet. Are your legs better though?
Yeah, no, all the clearance.
Sweet.
I don't mind wearing a helmet.
I'm wearing a helmet no matter what.
so, yeah.
It's kind of scary to be an open wheel car and not have a
It is
helmet.
scary. Sitting in a vehicle like this, or any vehicle with a racy, you know, nice steering wheel and all this stuff, just gives you the feeling.
Gotta feel. Yeah. Well, let me solidify this. I'm gonna bolt this in.
Okay.
I'm gonna weld this up.
All right,
And we're gonna get ready to go.
let's go.
Strap. Oh, yes. Looks good. Kyle did a great job cutting that out. Got it welded up, prepared for the big boys. So they should be a little bit more comfortable now when they want to drive it. We have 3 different seating options, so when we bring this to the track, everyone can drive it. And that's what we want, is everybody to have fun, because this thing rules. Like, you know you love something when you have to volunteer to take off the timing belt to replace the front main seal. If you let it sit too long, which we did, and I'm sorry to this thing. I'm sorry to you guys. But we have the yard back now. We're gonna rip this. I'm excited because we actually have a yard again. We can go shred. That's why I wanted to get this done. Burnouts are back. That's why we got this thing prepped. Subscribe, watch it. It's gonna be awesome. Thank you for watching Garage. See you next time. Hope you guys like us throwing it back to ShartKart, getting it prepared for our new lot at Irwindale. Getting ready to shred. Burnouts are back. If you want to see more burnouts, subscribe to our new channel, Hoonigan Daily Transmissions. It's just like the old Daily Transmissions, but new.
This is the first time that anybody can come try out to be on Daily Transmission.
You want to try out?
I'm building my car just for that day, and you should build your car for that day too, because, I mean, it's your only chance to be on one of our videos.
See? Next time he comes back, he's going to have a lab coat.